Today I want to talk about why I missed my train. Now, if you travel a lot, you know that challenges to your travel schedule are par for the course, but this situation is different in a very specific way, and embarrassing or not, I'm going to tell you about it. I was sitting in the train station. I had gotten there in plenty of time. I had settled myself into the lounge and I was on a conference call. I decided that this was a great opportunity for me to take this call because it was with a whole bunch of people, so I didn't really have to drive the conversation, and they were people I knew, so it wasn't going to be a big deal if I needed to step away for a minute to get myself on the train. So I was sitting in the lounge on this call, looking out the window, and I watched a train roll into the station. I watched it stop, I watched it fill up with people, and I watched it drive away. And through this process, I looked at the departures board and decided that that wasn't my train. My train was another 5 minutes or so off. But I'm sure you're guessing where this story is going. What happened as soon as that train left is my train number disappeared off the departures board because, in fact, that's exactly where I should have been. So the question is, why did this happen? Well, this happened because I decided that I could multitask, and I lulled myself into this false sense of security that I could manage these two specific tasks at the very same time. And this is a lesson that I tend to have to learn over and over again. I think that's true for a lot of us because we tend to feel that we can do a lot of things at once, and especially these days because there are so many inputs and requests and demands on our time and our attention, we jump back and forth from one thing to another, or we think we're doing 2 or 3 things at once, when in reality we can only really do one thing at a time. And when you're sitting at your desk, the impact of that might not seem so obvious. At the end of the day, you probably weren't as productive. At the end of the day, you probably didn't get into anything as deeply as might have been beneficial because you were jumping all over the place. But when you are on a conference call and you watch your train pull in and out of the station, it becomes very glaringly obvious and clear that multitasking just doesn't work. So there's my lesson for today. Hope it helps, and happy travels.